Have you ever pushed code only to watch your app crash? Everything you worked for the last couple of weeks just gone like that. Let's fix that. If you're ready to ship bulletproof code, here are 7 practices to make your apps truly production ready. Let's get started. In our world, production ready is not just a buzzword. It's survival. It means fewer outages, faster features, and happier users. Today, let us walk through those 7 key practices that you can adopt right now to be production ready. The first one is automated testing. Think of tests as guardrails that catch bugs before they reach production. Cover all critical parts, core functions, edge cases, and even your REST endpoints. When you integrate this into your CI pipelines so that every pull request will trigger a test run, you should aim ideally for about 80% or higher code coverage, but you should prioritize meaningful tests over vanity metrics. Also, you should never skip peer reviews. Fresh eyes spot logical flaws, security gaps, and style inconsistencies. Also, you want to document your API contracts, architectural designs, and update your README files. There's Copilot, there's all AI that can help you do that, even automated these days now. So you don't even have to make a sweat about it. This becomes your team's single source of truth. When you maintain documentation, it becomes a living onboarding guide to get new hires productive in days, not weeks, not months. The other one is that you need to automate builds, tests, and deployment. When you have a reliable pipeline, it means that you can ship features with confidence. You know that when you push your code out there, when you complete that pull request, it can go out to your customers without anything breaking. Also, you want to ensure that reputable deployment rollbacks are built in. You tag every release so you can trace and have a single source of truth. Keep pipeline runs ideally under 5 minutes so that you can maintain developer momentum. Developers don't want to stick around for 15-20 minutes, 1 hour builds. No, they don't want to do that. So keep your CI pipelines and deployment pipelines ideally 5 minutes or under so it doesn't bore them out. And what you want to look out for also is that once your app is live, you need eyes on that app. I don't mean start prying on customer data. No, I don't mean that. You implement application performance monitoring, structured logs for traceability, and health checks for service. You configure alerts for error spike or even compute spikes, latency drifts, and all that. You want to ensure that anything that goes away from the normal is tracked and actionable. Also, you want to ensure that all the alerts you're sending are actionable to avoid midnight surprises. So you don't want to get woken up at 3 a.m. in the night for something you can't really fix. It's just FYI. FYIs are not actionable. Don't send FYIs. Send things that really need actions for your on-call engineer. The 5th one is that security can never be an afterthought. You should keep your dependencies up to date, scan for vulnerabilities, and manage your secrets properly. You should always, and I mean always, adopt the least privilege principle by granting your app only the access it truly needs. Don't give global admin to your app or even your users. Don't do that. You shouldn't. Why are you even thinking about it? Don't do it. Also, when you're building your app from the get-go as you're planning, you need to know that your system needs to handle growth and unexpected failures. So you should design your applications for fault tolerance, scaling. You should implement retry logics, even with exponential backup policies, and also use circuit breakers. Run load tests frequently to understand the limits and breaking points of your application. This helps you optimize your apps and optimize bottlenecks along the way. The major one, which hopefully we hope we'll never get to use, but when that really happens, we really do need it. Disaster and backup program. You should back up your data regularly and test your restoration procedures. Have disaster recovery drills. Document incident response so that everyone knows their role and how to fix it in the future if it ever happens to them or they get on call and they get called out. Simulate failure. Chaos engineering isn't just cool. It's not just a buzzword. It's not just a cool word for you to go around saying. It is essential for the life of your application. When you adopt the 7 practices, you essentially help you and your organization reduce outages, accelerate deliveries, and as an engineer, you sleep better at night. Production readiness, it's a journey. not just a text box. If this has helped you as an engineer, cloud, DevOps, platform engineer, follow me for more DevOps insights. And if you have questions, leave them in the comment section. I love to hear your production horror stories, or hopefully wins. I'll see you again in another video. Bye bye.